What's happening, road dogs and highway hounds? Everybody's excited today. Man, we're getting all kinds of messages. Litecoin is up. It's on Coinbase. Yeehaw. Right? Let me give you my perspective on that. Should have happened a long time ago. I'm such a crab, ain't I? I can't help it. I see it the way I see it. And that's just the way I see it. But what really burns my butt about the way they did it was crab, right? I'm sorry, man. I just got my reaction, Am I excited that the price is up? Not really. My house ain't sold yet, so no, I'm not really excited that the price is up. I could have had a lot more, but whatever. It is what it is. It had to go up sometime, and it was gonna go up. We'll go riding on some back roads. You guys ever go country back road riding? We're on gravel now. Ooh, get off the hard road. Get on the gravel road. Come on. But, I guess this ain't a gravel road. Kind of gravel. Oh, but what burns my butt about this whole thing is a long time ago, well, I don't know. Well, it's cool and it's not cool. They didn't want to put Coinbase or Litecoin on Coinbase originally, to which my reaction was, I don't like it, but as long as I got Bitcoin, that's my porthole into cryptocurrency, and I'm going where I want, what I want to see happen with cryptocurrency. And so as long as Bitcoin's on there, that's fine. Now, when Ethereum came out, I was around during the pre-sale. I was looking on their website at the pre-sale, and I was trying to figure out how many Ether are going to be created. There was no number. They created the number of Ether that they set on a number of Ether after Ether had gone live, I think. But I know it wasn't on the website for the pre-sale, so I know it was after the pre-sale. So they waited to see how much money was going to come in, how much money they could raise. This is Joe Lubin, the Goldman Sachs guy, and the former hedge fund manager, Wall Street coin. Goldman Sachs coin. That's what Ethereum is, and that's what the Ethereum is. How in the world I could be out in the country and I get somebody on my butt? I drive like an old man. I'm just gonna pull over and let this guy go around, because I'm just cruising. Is what us hillbilly rednecks do for fun. Come out and ride back roads. At least this hillbilly redneck. But so anyway. So Ethereum left a bad taste in my mouth at the pre-sale, and they decided on the amount of coins after they raised the $60 million in Bitcoin. So they got $60 million in Bitcoin that they're sitting on, and then they come out, release the coin. And 80%, I call the people who bought in at the pre-sale insiders. I would have been an insider. And so I didn't buy it because I couldn't put the numbers to it, and I couldn't wrap my head around it rationally. And I'm a rational, logical person. And I didn't want it because of that reason. Then sometime after it was out, somebody said, on one of my videos, they commented, well, they settled on a number. It's 90 some million coins, which I did the math, and it was basically about 80% roughly. And the thing, 80% was given to insiders at the pre-sale and developers. Not all of it went out at the pre-sale. Some of it they kept for themselves. I mean, just what a pre-mine, whatever, crooked. And then Coinbase puts Ether on their exchange. And I'm like, what? They didn't do it because it was successful. They didn't do it because the people demanded it. They did it, I think, probably. Prove me right or wrong. It's a guess. But I'll bet you anything, Coinbase was a major purchaser at the pre-sale. Is that far-fetched in anybody's imagination? I'd like to hear Coinbase say, no, we didn't buy the pre-sale. We bought ours all fairly of the 15% or 20% that was left over. Oh boy, I don't like that. Ethereum is a token. It's not the same thing as Bitcoin and Litecoin. There is a corporation, there is a company, there are business people that make decisions about the future of Ethereum, and that's the way it is, and that's a fundamental flaw with Ethereum. So you think about it, they got $60 million in Bitcoin. They can make the price go up and down whenever they want. And you know what hedge fund managers do? They influence markets, and they manipulate your emotions. I've never asked anybody for money on this channel. I don't take advertising dollars. I want to be able to say exactly what I think and tell you how I feel about it. That is from www.rsk.co. I put that up there because it's the anti-venom for Ethereum. It's Turing complete. What is Turing complete? It allows cryptocurrency to be fully programmable money, so you can do smart contracts with it. It's a side chain. I think it's going live this month, actually. Be something interesting to find out. I need to get back with my boy Henry, and we're in Hamlet, Illinois, if you want to look that up on a map. There's Hamlet Perryton Presbyterian Church. You look behind me, that is the town, and I am now leaving the town. Let's talk about that's called a small town. Anyway, need to get the grader out here on this road. But anyway, so what honks me off about this day is it's a good day, but I want everybody to keep everything in perspective. They said that they didn't want Litecoin on Coinbase because they didn't want to confuse people just getting into cryptocurrency by the whole Bitcoin is gold, Litecoin is silver. There's 4 times as many Litecoin as there are Bitcoin. That would just be way too confusing. They didn't do that. But they took this Ethereum and they put this Ether on their exchange. Why would they do that immediately when they're concerned about confusing feeble-minded newbies that can't possibly wrap their heads around Litecoin? Why would they do that? Do you think there might have been some kind of financial motivation behind what they were doing? What was it, about $600 of Bitcoin when the pre-sale was going on, and you got 2,000 Ether? So for $600 you could get 2,000 Ether. They raised $60 million. How many millions did Coinbase put in? How many Ether are they sitting on? Do you think about this kind of stuff? I do. I don't like Ethereum for that reason. I support RSK for that reason. Not saying that I don't know squat about it, but Augur can run on RSK. It doesn't need Ether. From what I understand, I can't remember if it was Joey Krug of Augur or somebody else, but I asked that question to him when they were on Epicenter Bitcoin. They were on that program, and I asked them. I said, you should have gone on Ether. You should have programmed it to run on RSK. And from my understanding, they said there are three languages or something like that RSK or that Ethereum uses, and one of those is what RSK uses. So yes, you can run Augur on RSK. I said, good. It's good to know. I don't know the technical details of that. That's probably chocked of wrong, stupid truck driver computer programming stuff. So you do your own research on that. But I did ask the question, and he said that Augur could run on that. So all the stuff that's being developed on Ethereum can run on RSK. But it is a good day. My house hasn't sold, so I couldn't buy as many Litecoin as I wanted. But that's okay. I wanted to tell you before I bought what my intentions were. And when I was looking at Litecoin at $3.50 or 80 cents, whatever it was at the time, I was like, I'm going to have a chunk of change and I got to put it someplace. Am I still going to put it in Litecoin? At this point in time with what's going on, the market has changed, situation has changed. I'm still a buyer of Bitcoin and Litecoin. I am a Bitcoin, Litecoin maximalist. I will make the decision. I think I know what I'm going to do. At this point, it's on Coinbase. It's going up. Who knows when it's going to stop? I'd be weary of buying now because it's going one of these vertical moves. That's a bad time to be buying. I mean, if you don't have any yet, maybe. But I'm not a buyer of Litecoin right now, for sure. Not when it's going on a vertical upward pattern. It's going to go up. And the fact is, here's the thing. I was talking to my brother Andy, and he said, he kind of had a thing. He didn't want to he didn't want to trade his Bitcoin for Litecoin. I was like, okay. And I asked him, I said, think you'd buy it more if it was right on Coinbase? And he said, yeah. And I got thinking about that, and I think a lot of people are like that. They just don't want to go to the hassle of an exchange, or there's some kind of a mental block with letting go of their Bitcoin. Because let me tell you something. To be a Litecoiner, it takes big cojones. Toot toot on my own horn. No, but here's what I'm excited about. Let me end on a positive note, okay? This is what cryptocurrency is. It's about you. All the Goldman Sachs, Wall Street hedge fund managers can come into this space and manipulate your emotions, toy with your emotions, start their marketing campaigns, and get their people up there pounding the stump for stuff. But the rational and logical people, and that's what it takes. That's what it took to be a Litecoiner for a long time. Was just knowing human nature. What is money? Money is gold and silver. It's nickel and copper. Andreas Antonopoulos, Mr. Adorable himself, just put up a video, and I'm going to do a response to that video. And he's talking about maybe you can write the code for a more fairly distributed cryptocurrency than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's not the best evenly distributed cryptocurrency, but it is the mothership, right? It's the mothership, and it deserves that place. I don't like the fact that Satoshi is sitting on over 1 million Bitcoin, because I don't know who Satoshi is. I don't know why he's hiding. And a lot of people get on this hero worship with him, but I don't. I try to be objective. I mean, that's a tough thing to do, but you can try, and you can get as close as you can. But anyway, so Litecoin provides a balance to Bitcoin, and you can trade that 1-in-4 ratio with Bitcoin. You look at what's Bitcoin at now. This is how I view it. And the thing is, the latecomers rule. All the people who are put all their money in Bitcoin, they don't really have any power over this. It's the newcomers, it's the newbies. Like, I don't know if you are or not, but if you're a newbie, you can keep up with Roger Ver, because Litecoin is silver to Bitcoin's gold. You don't have to let him get on his power trip and submit to him because he owns Bitcoin.com. You don't have to totally give Satoshi all of the power in the world, whoever he is. I tend to think that he's a good guy, but I don't know. Or a girl, or a group of people. We don't know. We don't know who he is. Could be some evil mastermind trying to, masquerade as an angel of light so he can totally dominate the world with money. But I don't think that's it, whatever. But here's the thing. Remember the video? Leveling the playing field. Litecoin levels the playing field. You might not be able to afford a whole Bitcoin at $1,500. What's it at today? Like 21. I just looked. It's just pretty crazy. It's not really crazy. It's not crazy at all, because here's the thing. This is the way I look at it. Okay, so how much is Bitcoin worth? It's worth 4 Litecoins. So 4 times 20 is what? 80? So Bitcoin's worth $80. Oh, you're crazy. Okay, I don't care. Objective. That's the way I look at it. And the newcomers, there's going to be more new people coming into this space than there are early adopters of Bitcoin. It makes sense that this is appealing to people. That's why I buy Litecoin, because it's appealing to me. If it's appealing to me, it's going to be appealing to every other newcomer that comes 2 years down the road, if it's still at this point. It's always going to have that appeal until it's worth a third of a Bitcoin. Then it'll be like, it's overpriced. And the Bitcoin maximalists can deny that all day. That's fine. It's their prerogative. I wouldn't expect them to do anything else. But we late adopters of Bitcoin can say, you know what? We want silver to Bitcoin's gold because it levels the playing field. So what you do, you buy Litecoin and hold it. I mean, if you're a trader, you get in when it's at 350 and you pump it up to 15 because you know it's going on Coinbase. And then when it goes on Coinbase, that's when people are coming in. And now you're going to have this run up. You got this vertical spike. So all those people who bought in at 350, the traders who bought in at 380 and pushed it up to 15, those are the ones that are going to be wanting to come out. Maybe not. Maybe they were just waiting to hear the news that it's going to come onto Coinbase. Well, they got their news. It's on, and whatever. But it's bittersweet for me. I would have liked it to wait about 6 months, but it's here now. I don't need all the Litecoins in the world. I didn't need to put that money in there, but I'm still gonna buy. Actually, somebody asked me, "Are you selling Litecoin?" I ain't selling. I have no intention of selling anytime soon. Litecoin goes to 100, I'm not selling. I believe in, how people trade and then they trade for Bitcoin. If I was a trader, I would be trading for Litecoin, Bitcoin and Litecoin. And that's been my consistent message since I started this channel in about 2014. That's when I started this channel. And I named it Bitcoin Litecoin. And then about 6 months ago, I figured out how to get in there and edit my name to put the little and sign in there. Tells you how technically savvy I am. I've always wanted the and sign in there. But I was just giving it free advertising because I think it's good to join Bitcoin and Litecoin like you do peanut butter and jelly or bacon and eggs or whatever. It's Bitcoin and Litecoin. Bitcoin comes first, Litecoin comes second. It's just what it was designed to do, and it's appealing to me, and it always has been. And the people have spoken. We just knuckled down and kept buying. We're not going to put it on Coinbase. Keep buying.